Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules. Welcome to another weekly pivot point. If you are new here, pivot points I post weekly. They are just a chance for me to reflect on what I've been doing the past week and how I'm feeling emotionally, mentally, all the things. I can't believe this is the last pivot point for March. Like, how are we already at the end of March, y'all? This is nuts. This morning before work, I'm going to talk to you guys while I take off my nail polish. This is Color Street, so it takes a little bit more than just regular nail polish. So I use this like soak off stuff. It's like an acetone and it works very well. So let's get to the recap. Let's see. So last Thursday, Gwen's readathon started for her Patreon. So I was on reading sprints with her and I started reading Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell. It was really good. So it's kind of a friends to lovers, but like later in life lovers. They like each other in high school, but they don't know how to communicate. You know what I mean? You're friends and you don't want to ruin that. But then you also don't want anyone else to be with them. So I don't know. And so the girl, the main female character, she's pretty like snarky, says what she means, doesn't really like anybody. And it's so funny because I really kind of saw myself in her, you know, when I was younger. And like, so it just resonated with me because I was like, oh, that was literally my teenage years. When they're in college, they do get together for a small hot second and then things don't work. He joins the Navy. And so he's going to be gone and she's in college and, you know, they kind of have a moment, but, you know, and she's like, it's nothing. I'm giving you an out. And of course he didn't want an out, but he didn't say that. So again, just the whole miscommunication thing. And yeah. So then obviously like she had been married, she has kids, she's divorced, you know, so it's just like kind of a whole messy thing. And he's not, he's been in the Navy this whole time and not married and doesn't have kids and things. And like just them trying to figure out how a relationship would work, you know, now. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I ended up giving that one 5 stars. And then Friday I worked. I did go to the bank right after work and got some stuff settled with mom's, you know, money to, she's going to be starting self-pay soon at the facility. So I had to make sure I had all her money situation in order. And then I found out from the facility yesterday that, because they called, say, you know, asking like how I was going to be doing payment after her, because she's got like 10 days left maybe on where Medicare is covering it under skilled nursing, because they only cover so many days. And she had mentioned that the prices were going to go up in May. And I just kind of was like, okay, I was working, so I wasn't like really paying attention or whatever. I was like, yeah, you can just, you know, email me the financial form, whatever. And I think she said it's going up $100. And I think that's a day, which means that it's going to be like $3,000 more a month, which is one of the reasons she's in that facility is because it was one of the most reasonable ones. And now I'm like, so now it's going to be the most expensive one. And I'm sure it's because they just got bought out. And so it's under new ownership and they're going to be doing renovations. So they're going to want to increase their cost so that they can use that to fix the place up, I'm sure. And so now I'm just like, what do I do? So obviously that's going to burn through her money faster than expected because it's $3,000 more a month that I wasn't expecting. So it just means she'll be on Medicaid sooner. And then part of me is like, do I try and see if the place she was at in January has an opening now? Because the reason they didn't, because I wanted her to stay where she was originally at the skilled nursing they transferred her to, but they didn't have an opening in the memory care. And so I'm like, do I call them and see if they have an opening? Do I put her on a wait list for them and then try and transfer her back to them? But then I'm like, they say not to move them because they get confused, which, you know, I don't think I probably will because I can see that she recognizes the people that are giving her care now. So unfortunately, I'll probably just keep her where she's at and it'll just cost more money and then she'll just be on Medicaid faster. I mean, the money's going to run out eventually anyway, right? Whether it's 3 months sooner than it was. It is what it is. You know, everything happens for a reason. And yeah, so anyway, the medicine they have her on is working so much better, you guys. They have her on some kind of medication that shuts down that frontal lobe stuff, which was making that repetitiveness and her always saying my name. It was just like something was misfiring. So it's shutting down that frontal lobe stuff. So the last few times I've been to see her, her anxiety is not as high. She's not repeating my name as much. And she just seems more calm. Oh, the heater turned on. Maybe a little louder. Saturday, I went and had a much overdue visit with one of my friends. She works every Saturday, so she's only off like one Saturday a month. And so we had this planned for a while. So we went and had coffee, and we just sat and chatted for like 2.5 hours. It was so nice. And the time just goes so fast when you're just catching up with somebody and you're, you know, I didn't look at my phone. I didn't look at my watch. Like it was so nice. And then she had asked if we wanted to go to dinner, which sometimes it's hard to get my husband to go out to dinner. He is a homebody. He doesn't like to go out much or spend money on food. He likes to spend money on everything else, not food. Like I try to tell him, I'm like, it's the experience. You're spending money on the experience, the conversations, being out with your friends. I'm like, it has nothing to do with the food. I mean, yes, could we stay home and eat cheap? Yes, but we don't get that experience. So sometimes I gotta pressure him. But he agreed. And then since it was nice out, he asked if I wanted to ride the bike out there. And I was like, yeah, because I haven't been on the bike for a while. So he has a motorcycle. He has 2 motorcycles, actually. One of them I cannot ride on. It doesn't have it has a back seat, but it's not a very big back seat. And then one is comfortable. So, and of course I have my own helmet and riding jacket and all the things. I need to get some riding pants though, because they are padded. My jacket is padded so that, you know, if we wreck or whatever, which people are always like, it's so scary. How do you do that? And honestly, y'all, I do things in life without fear. Just because, not that I'm never afraid of anything, but I don't stop myself from doing things just because I'm afraid of what might happen. So when I say I 1000% believe that what is meant to happen to us happens to us by the grace of God, that is exactly what I mean. Everything is put in front of us or in our lives because of God. So that is why I try and just live every day to the fullest. Do what you want to do and don't be afraid to do it, because if you put yourself off from doing things, like, you don't even know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. Nobody does. So that's just kind of how I live my life. To each their own though. That's just me. So anyway, it was so fun. We took a ride out there. It was just kind of like a little date night. It was so fun. We tried a new restaurant and they had really good food. So that was Saturday night. And so I didn't get anything done Saturday around the house at all. So then Sunday, I was feeling so lazy and I was like, oh girl, you got to do some stuff today, because I didn't do it on Saturday, but it's fine. So Sunday I did, laundry and dishes and vacuuming, changed the bed sheets, all the stuff. So there was nothing fun on Sunday, but I did manage to listen to, I think, a couple books on Sunday, at least one full book. I've been working on a cozy mystery blog. I'm almost done with that, so I should have that out soon. And then Monday I worked. I did reading sprints with Jess. I was reading my middle grade book that I finally got back to because I am working on a middle grade vlog. And then yesterday I worked, and then I just read my middle grade book all night last night. That is all I did. And I got it done, and I gave it 5 stars, and all my thoughts will be in that vlog. So that was my week. I didn't do any crafting. I didn't work on my mini Magic Shack. Y'all, I'll be lucky if I get that done by Christmas. I haven't worked in my journal, but that's okay because I have been catching up on reading, which I've been needing to do anyway, so that's okay. But yeah, that's really it. Health-wise, I'm all right. I did try and start eating better. I still haven't been able to work out really yet. My ankle is messed up. I do have an appointment tomorrow to go get it checked out. So I have a tendon on the side of my left ankle that pops out of place or rolls just randomly sometimes or locks up. I don't know what it's doing, but it's very painful. Like literally I could just go to stand up and I get like, it literally feels like someone just snapped my tendon, you know, or stabbed it, something. And I can't put any weight on it or walk. And then I have to just like roll my ankle around to try and like pop it back in or something. I don't know. It's not great. And it's been bothering me since at least October, maybe even longer, because I remember thinking when we were going to Ireland and we were going to be walking a lot, and I was like, oh man, I hope my ankle's okay. And I remember my friend saying, maybe you should go get it checked out. And I was like, yeah, probably. And I didn't. So I have an appointment tomorrow. We shall see what they say. So I'm hoping I can get it figured out. I'm hoping it's nothing serious and that maybe they can just show me physical therapy will help it and get it better. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what it's doing, but it's affecting. I can't just go take a walk on my lunch because sometimes my ankle will lock up. So my nails look really gross now because I took the stuff off them. They're growing out though. Look how long they are. I actually do not like natural nails to be that long. These are almost too long. Like if I can like ball my hands in a fist and feel them, they're too long. And I think it's because they're so sharp. Like if I have fake nails, it's not a big deal, but like, and like if they hit a certain way on the keyboard, I've talked about this before, I have sensory issues. So sometimes if my nails hit a certain way on the keyboards when I'm typing, it makes me cringe. Y'all, I'm so weird. I don't know. Anyway. All right. I'm going to stop rambling. I got to go start work. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Let me know in the comments below how you're doing, what you've been reading, what you've been up to. And until my next video, friends, be yourself, be awesome, be kind.